Let me pull up my Twitch-a-call-its.
Oh, we need to pull up.
Do you even see us, Scar?
I do. I do now. I just pulled up my Twitch-a-call-its.
Twitch your mouth. Twitch your mouth. Twitch your mouth.
So, I think when we start the show, when the show actually officially starts, right? I think I should get the spoiler out first. Get it over with. Get it done with.
Okay. Now we're gonna put a limit on how long we're gonna talk about the spoilers, so people know when to tune back in to miss it.
What if it would deter people from doing spoilers if every time they did a spoiler, you had to eat a spoiled rotten egg?
Sir.
Man,
So
you were asking for liability.
well then,
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Scarfinger, and this is Scarcasm. Chase is in the building.
yep.
Blue is in the building.
Yeah.
Boy.
And we gonna hop on, give y'all a little bit of this podcast work. Now we missed a couple of times for the episodes. Just it's been a lot trying to get everything back on a consistent schedule because Chase's stuff is all over the place. I got a bunch of stuff that I'm dealing with in my personal life, and it's just kind of weird right now. I've even had the thought in the last couple of weeks of, should we just go ahead and end this shit? But I don't want to. So I was like, shit, maybe I might have to do a show by myself. It wouldn't be, of course, it wouldn't be live streamed like this one, which is live streamed on Twitch, at Nepo. So it wouldn't be live streamed, but I think I could do a show.
Yeah.
If it came down to it, I could do a show. Hell, I could do it in 45 minutes to an hour by myself with no notes.
No notes.
Yeah.
So what's the word, fellas?
I think 8-hour days, Monday through Friday, is the business.
Do you? Nice. Yeah, that's right. You're on that day shit for that training this week.
Yeah.
So
he normally works all day.
But it's not as all night.
Normally overnight, right?
You know, I'm just like got Daft Punk on repeat. And it's
man.
But anyway, yeah, the only thing that sucked is when you do the 12 hours, you do get kind of used to working 2 days and then you have 3 days off, working 3 days, having 2 days off, 3 days off. So now I'm like, I've just worked 4 days and I still got another day left. You know.
Right. I mean, that's just, at this point, that's just normal for me. So, like, I don't think about it anything. My shift never changes. Like, my shift never changes at all. I work 8 to 5 Monday through Friday.
Your shift is like war.
War.
I work 8 to 5. So, but on Thursdays I do go in late. We're recording this on a Thursday. I do go in late because I do my therapy sessions on Thursday morning. So I usually go in around noon.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
Yeah, I guess we could get out of the way a little bit that last time when we tried to record, I mean, Nemesis Prime was in the chat for the intro or whatever, so, and then all of a sudden it probably just ended and he was like, wait a minute, what's going on? Because he wasn't clued into why we just stopped. My internet just crapped out, you know?
Mm-hmm. Well, that, and also, okay, so I never switched phones like I was supposed to.
Right.
So we had the conversation while I was at work about if we were going to do a show, and then I said what time, and then my job ended, my work ended, so I went home and I kind of crashed. I fell asleep, and then my daughter called me and woke me up, and like I ended up looking and saw that it was supposed to be set up for the time that she had woke me up. So I was talking to my daughter at the time when I should have been trying to set up for a show. So all of that kind of happened, like, you know, if had I actually switched my phone like I was supposed to, I would have known, and that's partly my fault.
It's all good.
Now notice, listeners, viewers, it wasn't on your boy. Notice that it was these other two gentlemen, these other two gentlemen in the building that had kind of had other pressing matters that prevented them from making it there. Now, I'll be the first to say though, I'm not always available. So especially like in the fall when football season hits, it'll be a little crazy,
A little difficult for you, boy.
Yeah, a little difficult for you, boy.
And I wanted to say, first of all, before we get started, I wanted to say happy birthday to you, boy.
Thanks, dog. Appreciate it, man. Yep, 43 years old today.
Yeah, one of these days you can be as old as Ace.
One of these days.
Happy birthday to the blue, the man, the rule.
So you just turned 43, and I turned 44 in September.
You turn 44 in September?
Yeah, I'm 43 now.
Okay, I thought so. Yeah, I thought we were the same age. Yeah, man. So appreciate it. We're gonna have some fantastic Italian food today, which I only ended up eating about 80% or 20% of it, because I am on this dietary. I'm taking some diet medication, man. It's kind of helping me, and I tell you, man, I got full off of 6 mozzarella sticks and 6 mozzarella sticks and 2 little slices of like bread with the balsamic vinaigrette and oil. Like that was about it, dog. And then like 20% of my meal, which was what did we say earlier? What did I say it was? Vodka rigatoni, because it had chicken parm on it with rigatoni and vodka in the sauce, and it was good. But dog, I just couldn't. I got 80% left in there. I got lunch for tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, word up.
Well, that's a good thing. You're like, oh, I couldn't finish my meal, but that means you made one meal into 2, and it's kind of like the cheap drunk, you know. You're like, hey man, why you ragging on me? You're the bozo that has to drink a fifth of liquor to even feel anything.
And then the best part about it is it's your birthday. So tonight you get the hair tie. It's your birthday.
Right. Right, get some of that. Yeah, man, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
You can get some of that good because it's your birthday.
Right. No, it was good, man. It was good. No complaints today, man. Got my taxes done today too. Like, okay. Figure out I'm getting a really solid refund. Like, listen, it's all good, man. It's all good.
All around. Chase, we ain't heard nothing about your tax purchases this year.
Well, I didn't do too many tax purchases this year. The only kind of large purchase was not with tax purchase money. I saved up for it, which was the Steam Deck. But
right.
But yeah, most of the tax stuff was just stuff for the house and things like that. And we paid 2 months worth of mortgage. So
that's good. Get that.
I was yeah. In one aspect, it's what's the point in that? Because I could have used this now but it is kind of cool not to have to pay the mortgage 2 months in a row, right? But
yeah. Absolutely.
But
so get that out of the way for now, and then you can take the money that you're getting in these 2 months. Go ahead and buy you a Series X.
Or you can use your tax refund to have Blue fly down and help you with your PC.
I don't do taxes because I don't get anything.
Well,
okay. I don't have any children. I don't have any children to claim. My ex-wife claims the child.
That doesn't mean you won't get anything.
No, it means that I don't get anything. If I would have had my child to claim, then I would get something back. The moment I take her off of my taxes, I now owe money.
That's not always the case. We can talk about it later, but it's not always the case because how to succinctly put it in 3 sentences: your tax liability is linearly dependent upon the amount of income you earn, because because various levels of income, because tax brackets are determined between different ranges of income. As your income changes, so does your tax liability. Therefore, if your income has changed at any point in the last year or so, because also the standard deduction will generally lead you to be eligible to qualify for a positive tax return.
Okay.
Just saying.
I hear you.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get into the show, but I wanted to talk about something, and it's a slight spoiler for The Mandalorian, the most recent episode. Now, if y'all don't want to hear the spoiler, do you want me to just kind of signal you when I'm finished talking?
Yeah. What signal you gonna give him? The gang? Give
Yeah,
him the gang.
I'm a gang. I'm a gang when I'm finished.
All right.
All right.
And so we'll say all right, cool. Well, okay,
Right.
we'll say gang,
So,
and then
spoiler alert for the last episode of The Mandalorian that came out yesterday, the
Episode 4.
22nd. Okay, here goes. Spoiler alerts. In the episode of The Mandalorian, Grogu has a flashback to when he was saved at the temple, and the person who saved him was a character that is played by Ahmed Best. Now, most people don't know Ahmed Best, but Ahmed Best is the guy who played Jar Jar Binks in the prequels. And what is cool about it is that man, because of the hate that he got for Jar Jar Binks, it drove him to almost unalive himself.
yeah, it's tough.
He was actually on the Brooklyn Bridge ready to go. A gust of wind happened and he held on, and he realized if he was not willing to let that wind take him, then he's not willing to go.
Yeah.
And like it was kind of like the lowest point of his life. And like so like that, you know, like seeing that man go from there to now he plays a Jedi who is responsible for saving Grogu. So he went from one of the most hated characters, and now he is beloved in that way.
Yeah.
Is amazing. And it's like whoever made the decision, because this is a character that he's played before. Apparently there was like a kid's show. And he played this character, this Jedi before. It was like a kid's show, and it was some sort of like a competition show. But I've never heard of it. But he's played this character before on that. He was like the host of the show, but he was the host as this Jedi of this show. And for them to have him be the one to save Grogu, for him to be and for him to be a badass, because the scene is badass. I'm not going to explain the scene, but like for just because it's him.
Yeah.
And he went from one of the most hated characters, and like people have revisionist history right now because like of course we had the conversation about people because they hated the prequels until the sequels came out, and now all of a sudden you pretend like you love the prequels when you drove this man to almost unalive himself because he played a character
Who he didn't write, by the way.
he didn't write.
Right.
And so like the idea that he is the guy who saved Grogu,
Yeah.
in like that was just kind of like the best. I thought it was whoever made that decision, they made the best decision, not just for Star Wars. They made the best decision for that man.
That's a human level decision. Yeah.
They let him redeem himself in the eyes of Star Wars fans. And I think that's just fucking dope.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it is.
and
That's
like
great.
and like if you want to know like really what did this, like, and how far this went, there's a YouTube video where he talks about the situation, because he's talking about his son, and he took his son back to New York, and wanted his son to kind of look at the places where he grew up and stuff like that, and he ended up on that bridge.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he got to that point, and he took a picture with his son at that part of the bridge, just as a kind of a memento of like I almost did something, but I made it back here, and now with my son, and like look at me now.
So given what you stated, I would presume that his son wasn't alive the first time he was up there on that bridge.
No.
Yeah.
So like if he would have done what he intended to do, his son wouldn't be here, right. And like he wouldn't be in this position to now be dope as fuck in the eyes of Star Wars fans who don't deserve him. You don't fucking deserve him. And like all of the other people of color and women in the Star Wars that the fans kind of come after on all kinds of stuff, like just like having, and like the sentiment has been overwhelmingly positive.
It's good. That's good.
In the way that he explains in that video where he's talking about all of this, he talks about sharing that picture on his social media, and the result of that was overwhelmingly positive at that time because there had been years in between.
Yeah.
It had been like 20 years or something like that from
the time he was last there at that bridge.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember hearing an interview with him about that and about all that you just said. I don't know what podcast that was on, but I know it was on a podcast.
Yeah, I saw it on a YouTube video, so I don't know. So it's just, but then there's a YouTube video that I just watched from the Stupendous Wave, where he actually has is it the one from the Stupendous Wave? I can't remember. It's one of these where they actually have the clips from that conversation. It's not the Stupendous Wave one. I watched several of these today. So like, okay. But it's one of these, and it's a one of those why it's important that it's him.
Yeah.
Video.
I mean that's an incredibly, so there's several different types of intelligence in this world, and what a lot of people talk about, one of the things that makes a good leader, a great leader. Hey, Miss Skatina. What makes a good leader, a great leader in this world is human intelligence.
It's the heavy spoilers video. The one that I'm referenced to is the heavy spoilers. It says Mandalorian season 3, why this cameo meant so much, and it actually has the clips in it from when he was talking.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So they put the receipts in the video. They don't just like reference
absolutely.
it, Yeah, blind reference. Okay, yep. That's awesome, man. So no, that's great, man, to know how much this would have meant to this guy. And let's be real, right? Grogu is beloved, right? Like, let's just call it what it is. So I guess he could be a big redemptive mechanic, right? So anyone tied to him can kind of be redeemed in this universe because, right now Grogu can do no wrong. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
probably, but except for the scout troopers that punched him, I don't think that they can be redeemed.
I saw that clip again today. I did see that one.
And one of them is what's his face? Ted Lasso.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that's really. I just thought that was just really stinking cool. That they actually that someone did that for him.
That's cool, man. That's good.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say that up front. That no more spoilers. I know that that's not like a heavy spoiler about what's actually happening in the show, but I just wanted to say that because I know a lot of people are talking about it right now, and but a lot of people are talking about it like they're happy for him and they're happy that this situation happened. But you can't talk about being happy for him without talking about why you're happy for him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think without, yeah, absolutely. And there's there's possibly a tie to Jar Jar in the whole thing, but I can't really. It's speculative at this point.
Okay, we throwing up gangs now. We back.
Gang, we done.
All right,
gang, we done.
For sure.
All right, so what y'all been into, man? I will say this: for this past few weeks, I've done a decent amount of watching TV.
Mm-hmm.
But I played games, mostly the Division still. But I did
hit my elbow.
Are you laughing because it was your funny bone?
Funny bone.
I did play a couple of games very briefly, but one of the games that I played was Madden.
Really? You getting back on your Ultimate Team? Son?
No, I'm not. I've never done Ultimate Team because I'm not. Look,
oh, you do the franchise, right?
I'm not Scott. I do face of the franchise. I'm usually a quarterback, and we gonna call this bitch a day. I'm not about to be no.
Ultimate Team and Nightwish. Ultimate Team and Nightwish. I can't listen to Nightwish and play Ultimate Team anymore. It just makes me think about him. It's always Ultimate Team and Nightwish.
Okay, that was random.
I don't know. It started reminding me of how I said Ultimate Team and Nightwish, kind of like the Fugees and Funyuns bit with Fugees and Funyuns.
Okay.
It was a Zach Galifianakis bit on that early Netflix special.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that one.
So I played a little bit of Madden, and I realized that I haven't played Madden in a few years.
Boy.
So I'm the face of the franchise. I'm a quarterback, and I wanted to pick a team that needs a quarterback. I wanted to pick a team that needs a quarterback, and I wasn't moving anybody meaningful out the way.
Okay.
So I play for the Panthers.
Carolina Panthers.
Carolina Panthers, no teeth and claws. But I play for the Panthers, and I am trash. Like, I am trash. I'm trying to relearn the game, but I am trash, dog. It's real bad.
My son, my youngest, he sits around here playing Madden all day, man. Watches people play Madden, and I watch these people play, and I'm like, these dudes very good. I don't know how the receivers get open. Madden is still broken. I've been playing Madden since the very first one on Sega Genesis. Like, I don't understand.
You still have broken plays, like plays that you know no matter what they doing on the other side, this person is gonna get open.
Yeah, it's just like, what? How do they get that wide open?
I don't look this stuff up, so I ain't figured that out yet. So I'm trash.
Yeah. How do you not run a man and bring somebody over to cover Stephon Diggs? How is he wide open? How's he wide open on a post, not a post route, but a flag route? How's he wide open? Should never be the case, man. Ever.
Should never be the case. But yeah, I'm trash. And then I played a little bit of live.
Yeah.
I still prefer live over 2K. I watched someone play 2K, and I was just like, no, still not for me.
Still no go.
Because I watched someone play, and they were playing the My Career stuff, and they were insistent that they weren't gonna buy anything. They weren't gonna buy VC. So like, go with what you got.
Right. Do what you.
And it just your character starts off at like a 60, dog. Like you are nothing. Like you can't do anything.
It's crazy how a game like that, a game that you pay for, this is not Fortnite or Path of Exile. A game that you pay $60 for is going to charge you that much just to play the game. Play the game like you think you should.
Right, and like I said, I was I there's one guy that I used to follow all the time, and he in 2K and Madden are his kind of bread and butter of his channel, and
Mm.
said like when I buy the game, I buy the enhanced edition that has all of this extra shit, and every time I make a new build, that's another $50 in VC in order to make this character usable. So
What?
every time they start a new character, they have to spend an additional $50 to make the character usable.
In what capacity are you trying to make them useful? Because I used to play those particular modes and games, and you start off with a low rated character. Like for me, I was 3-point shooting and free throws and shots from the field, like, and my steals. That was it. Everything
Mhm.
else, I was mediocre, right?
Right.
But I guess people just trying to be what they trying to be 90s all around.
Yeah, but remember, this guy his main source of income is his YouTube channel. So
I
like
can understand it. Yeah,
in order for him to make the videos that he needs to make, this
appealing.
character
Yeah,
has to be usable enough for him to be able to make these videos look the way that they should look.
he
No
got to
one wants to
dominate.
see no one wants to see him be trash.
He has to dominate. He has to
Yeah.
dominate. Yeah.
And he has to be able to go to the park and be able to hold it down a little bit.
Right. Right.
So yeah, so that and I just can't get jiggy with that. And if in NBA Live, one of the courts that you play on is in what is it? Is it in the Philippines, I think?
Hmm.
And it has like that is like painted and all that kind of stuff on the court. They repainted that court.
Oh, really?
They repainted that court. And that court now looks fucking dope as shit because it is a half LeBron, half Jordan court.
Oh, nice.
Like
Nice.
it is, I mean, it is dope looking. Um, I'm. Can I do a screenshot or share my screen?
Screen
Hold
share,
on.
you might be able to. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I can share the screen.
What you got to remember to do is send it to Chase so the people listening on audio can like pull it up from the show notes, though.
Okay. Huh? Why is this a screen share? And I just want to.
Yeah, share your screen, and then you should be able to pick either a window or a whole screen. And
Yeah, but it's
you can
doing
like
all of this. It doing all of this. It wants me. It's like it wants me to stream something.
yeah, it's gonna say stream it. Yeah, it's gonna say stream it,
Go
but it's
live.
yeah. And then let
Can
me
you see
watch
it?
this.
But it just popped up as another window.
Uh huh.
Oh,
Oh,
hold
I
on. Let
do
me.
see it though. That is nice though. That
Yeah.
is nice though. I was wondering which colors, which okay,
Oh, I put that in the way. Sorry.
yeah.
But yeah, it's like a half Jordan, half LeBron
It's funny
type deal.
how you see Brown has his Lakers, but no one puts Jordan in his Washington Wizards. You know
It's
what I'm
like, well,
saying?
why would anyone do that?
Nobody ever puts MJ in the Wizards, dog. It's always Bulls. You know what I mean? But Brown.
I did. You saw that, but they didn't because Chase is
Yeah,
doing the.
Chase wasn't doing it. Yeah, so Chase gonna have
Yes.
to do it.
Okay, so I got to do this over again. I got to share it, and then Chase has to press the button so that they can see it.
Yeah, yeah, Chase, you
Okay,
gotta share this image to the people. Let's go. I'll put
so
it up
I
there,
go live,
and then you
and
and then
then
you click on it. Yeah.
hold on. Now it doesn't seem to want to come up. Can you see it?
I mean, I click watch stream and it came up. So yeah, okay.
So you can see it.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
on mine, Chase, can you see it? If you're seeing it, then that means the other folks are seeing it. Let me pull it up in. I had I had Twitch up. Yeah, it's on Twitch right now. Yeah,
Okay.
I see it. I can see it for Shikaderi.
Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah, but you see, so everybody can see what I'm talking about now. You see how they got Brown in the Lakers and MJ, in the Bulls, but they never put MJ in a Wizards jersey. You know what I mean? And
Why would anyone ever do that?
jersey, you can put him in the Cavs jersey, but no, man, you got him on his last team. You know what I'm saying? Why not MJ on his last team? So,
Yeah, but that's dope. It's a completely different court when you're playing the game, of course, because the game was made and game came out in 2018. But like, so it's a completely different paint job, and this is something recent. But that looks dope. Like it really looks dope, and I think it's kind of fantastic. What have you been up to? I'll start with you, Blue. As far as games,
I'm wondering when the new NCAA football is gonna come out. That's number one. But no, man, really, I've been playing through some games. I finished. I think I mentioned a while back. I finished Persona 5. I've been playing Persona 5 Strikers, which is basically like one of those Dynasty Warrior games, but it feels like an extension of Persona 5. Like it feels like it's just a straight because this takes place right after, man. So it's great. I'm wrapping up Persona 4. As I mentioned to you earlier, Mike, you know, I bought some games on the Steam sale or the recent sale. Most of my stuff I bought off Fanatical because they end up matching prices and beat them by like a few cents, right? And I just like buying stuff on Fanatical too because it's still a
I just looked it up, and currently the new NCAA is on task supposedly for July.
That's what I thought. I thought it was supposed to be this year, which would be fantastic, right?
Wait. Now I'm looking at this other article that says it was delayed to next year.
It's all good. 2024 is about right. But I'll say this. So I did buy a few games. Mike, I bought
what was delayed?
NCAA football, the return of NCAA football. Yeah. So I bought Resident Evil 3 for remake. I bought Persona 5 Strikers on PC. I bought Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, and then I finally bought Metro Exodus.
Have you played the other two?
I have the other two. Haven't finished them. I know it's a whole story and everything. So, but man, that first one was hard, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Redux, you can, or Redia, or however you want to say it.
Yeah.
But it has a mode that's like an action mode, to where it's less of the survival stuff.
Yeah, and I need to do that because I hate the fact that in that game, Scar, this is the series where bullets are your currency.
Well, in the action mode, you have bullets as currency, but it's just currency bullets. You don't shoot those bullets, so it's like.
So yeah, when I first started,
So I got regular bullets and I got currency bullets. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
But see, I didn't play in that mode when I first started the game. Like originally it was extremely difficult. However, I do want to get through it, so I want to get through the story.
I remember back when I used to listen to a lot of gaming podcasts. I think Jeff Kanata got stuck.
Yeah, that game is hard, man.
He got stuck because as your character gets damaged in the first game, their mask gets damaged and it makes it harder to see.
Yeah, the radio. Yeah, exactly. It starts to fall.
It was some sort of a glitch to whereas he got everything like patched up, but the mask didn't clear back up.
Mm-hmm.
So it made him harder for him to see everything. That's the only thing I really know about it. I know that
it's a solid series though. It's a solid solid. So
don't they got a Metro game or two on the Game Pass, or is that the Wolfenstein games?
Exodus I think released on Game Pass, and it was because it was one of the early showrunners for ray tracing. I think
it was, yeah, and that's the reason why they have the enhanced edition now, which like adds in all those features. Because a lot of those features were kind of stripped back upon original release, but now they have the enhanced edition that put them all in there. So yeah, man. But that's all I've been doing, Mike. Honestly, man, I hadn't been playing much outside of that, man. Just Outer Worlds. I've been trying to play Outer Worlds. Been trying to get back into it, man. I don't know. I don't like the shooting in that game. I don't. I don't like the shooting in that game.
I don't think I
And
did at the
Well,
time.
it's yeah. The shooting in that game is not the best. That game's more about the
Well, then
story and all
again-
that stuff. But
I mean, the other game that they made, the shooting was horrible on that one too.
right, because they're
this
not.
Obsidian, yeah.
Yeah, Obsidian are not a.
What's the
They're
what's the,
not
what's the
Sledgehammer
game?
games. Oh,
What's the
Fallout New Vegas.
no the other one?
They made another shooter.
The one
type game?
there was like the spy game.
Oh,
About
the one that was like
No.
Mass Effect, but a spy game. I never played that,
Yeah.
but I want to. But I heard
Alpha
that.
Protocol.
Yeah, I
Alpha
heard that a
Protocol,
lot
yes, there we
of
go.
people like that, but
Mhm.
you have to look past some things.
Well, you
Yeah,
had to look
it's
at-
it's
that
a
was
it's
my
a it's a decently fun game, but like
yeah.
yeah, it's the shooting is horrible. Because your character, even if your character is like specced out in one of the weapon types, it still isn't great.
Right.
There was a lot of glitches,
A lot.
but it was a fun game at the time.
It actually did choice and consequence phenomenally well. In that.
Yeah.
But the only thing
But-
that I hated about it was your decisions were timed.
Yes, because you can't sit there when you're a spy infiltrating and you're sitting here dealing with an asset. You don't have time to sit here and think of the best or optimal answer. You just got to go with which tone you're trying to deliver, basically, right? Because but that's what I liked about it though, because it was like real time pressure. Real time pressure. So I enjoyed that. But yeah, man, that's really been about it, Mike. Just trying to see if I really can feel me an Obsidian game, because I know they're going to be turning their attention to Avowed here soon, which was one of the things that launched at the beginning of the generation that was like on Microsoft's list. I'll tell you what, man, if there's a company to be disappointed in this generation as far as producing the quality games and games that was promised at or just before launch, it's Microsoft, dog. Like they have
Yo, I had this conversation on Twitter, right?
Mhm.
Because someone said Microsoft should stop making hardware and just be a third-party publisher.
why would you
And I said, why
Publish
the fuck
what?
would they do? And I said, why the fuck would they do that? The problem right now is not the hardware. The
Not at
problem
all.
is they don't have the software. And like
Exactly.
even by grabbing these third parties or having third party deals, they still don't have the software. And
Not-
so like you're saying that stop doing the thing that isn't the problem and focus on the thing that is the problem.
yeah.
Where the fuck does that make sense?
Exactly. Why would you? Okay, dog. Okay, I was good at football. I was okay at basketball. Why would I quit football to go play basketball when I'm better at football? You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make any sense,
And
man.
it's like, and the conversation kind of turned into like I was like, yo, if they're gonna be a third party publisher, they're gonna end up being EA.
Oh, that's rough. That's
And no matter what we think about EA is a better third party publisher than them. Think about that.
well, third party. So you think about Microsoft's third party that they offer, Minecraft.
No, but like if they were to take if Microsoft was
I
to
see what
take
you're
all of
saying.
their games and become third party,
And become a third
EA would be a third party. It would be a better third party publisher than them.
Right. Racing games withstanding. I agree.
Well, they
I
don't
know what
have.
Halo's gonna be
It's
like.
not. It's not like they don't have good games. It's just that we are still. I mean, yeah, like their major things that we're saying, their major things are failing, but they're also freaking old. Like Gears and Halo, they're old as fuck. I mean,
Boy.
they should be a series that like comes back after like 10 years from now. You're like, holy shit, Halo's back or Gears is back. Not be your main thing. We need some new things, and hopefully,
And the new
That-
games the new things that they tease
I'm hoping.
being delayed. They don't come out.
I'm hoping
think,
Redfall is because I'm like, Redfall looks really fucking cool, and the more I hear about it, the less it's getting away from Left 4 Dead, is the more I'm liking it more. The
It's more Far Cry. The developers actually said. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there, Chase.
Yeah.
But I was listening to someone who did a preview of it this week. Mr. Matty Plays. Mr. Matty Plays actually did a preview of it. And if you haven't watched his YouTube channel, I highly recommend it. He's a young cat. Scar, he's like, what, 20 something? He's in like his mid to late 20s. But the dude talks like he's 40. Like he's very intelligent when it comes down to games. And he said that when he did the preview, Chase, the developers themselves said it's more, people were equating it to Left 4 Dead, but it's actually more of like their attempt at Far Cry.
Yeah.
But it has a single player.
I guess people were, because nothing about that teaser really said Left 4 Dead. Like every time people say co-op, they're like Left 4 Dead, but But it could be Gear. I mean, is Gears Left 4 Dead? I mean, but like. I mean, and some people say like The Division. I mean, how cool would it be to have it's like The Division but with vampires and shit. But
I'm down.
Yeah, we're still waiting on Heartland.
Yeah, there's no date on Heartland. There's no date on the mobile game.
Resurgence.
Yeah, there's the fucking X Defiant game, which is the shooter where you have the different classes, and some of the different groups are out of the Division or Rainbow Six or whatever. That game just kind of got announced and then disappeared. Like, as I understand, Ubi is not doing well right now at all.
Dude, they are swinging and missing on a lot of stuff. Thankfully, they have the competitive.
So maybe Microsoft would be closer to Ubi.
Maybe. But which period of Ubi? Because there was a period when, they were knocking everything out.
I mean,
because Ubi still actually puts games out. Now they just canceled a bunch of games, but Ubi still actually puts games out. So,
and the major difference between them and Microsoft is that Ubisoft is always there on every console's launch.
Ubisoft is the Cracker Barrel of developers.
The Cracker Barrel of developers.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting yourself into. It's not there's probably better places to go to get breakfast. Like there's a place in Lexington.
Nah, you know what? I got it. I got the analogy. It's not Cracker Barrel. 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven. Yep.
7-Eleven. They're everywhere.
Right.
Like you could probably go somewhere better to get your gas, dog. Like
right.
in whatever they whatever they got in the store, you could probably find somewhere better.
I went over to one of our buddies' houses, and me and my brother were like hanging out, and we got some wings and watched UFC. And about 3 a.m, I was driving. I was like, man, I need to get gas. The closest gas station was Buc-ee's, so I went to Buc-ee's at 3 a.m. Holy shit, dude! You know when you go to a little BP around the corner and you can barely get a gas pump because it's all cramped in this little thing, and you have to go around the store to pull in this thing? Not there, man. There was like 150 gas pumps.
Yeah, they're making one in a few years. They said in a few years they're putting one here, not too far away from here, and they plan on having 100 pumps.
Bruh, Buc-ee's is no joke. When you go in there though, you gotta get some of their gourmet popcorn. It's legit. And Scar, they sell treats beyond. They sell snacks beyond snacks, son, in Buc-ee's.
Well, I got some jerky. When it comes to me and like beef jerky, it's not like, oh, it's like too tough. I'm like, you have to kind of like eat it like you would hard candy, like. But I had a flavor I've never had before in any sort of jerky, that was Bohemian garlic, and that is freaking addictive. Like,
I've never had jerky.
Really?
Bohemian garlic. Holy shit.
Jerky's good, Scar.
I've never had jerky. I've never had jerky of any kind because I don't. And I was having this conversation with my lady couple of days ago, I think, where she was talking about jerky, and I said I never had jerky, and she was like, "Why?" And I said, "Because I don't think of meat as a snack.
Oh yeah, man, it's great.
I don't think of meat as a snack. Like that's just it's just kind of a weird thought. Like
You don't think
I
having
can see
some
that. I can see that. I can see
pepperoni
that.
and crackers, I mean, there's meat snacks that
Never
are
done
not.
that. Like, why the fuck would I do that? I don't think of meat as snacks.
No, you never had a Sam's Club meat tray or a cheese and meat tray that has the meat on there with some cheese.
That's
Get you a Ritz Club. You know what I'm saying? You never had.
Dude,
Oh, come on,
that's a
man. You
Christmas
ain't living,
morning.
son.
That's a good Christmas morning, man. We always got a meat treat for Christmas morning. Because it's something we don't really have to do a lot of work. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have a big old breakfast, but who wants to do all that work on Christmas morning?
No, let's be fair. Where I'm from, Christmas morning, Christmas Day, my uncle has been barbecuing already on Christmas Day. The stuff has been sitting in his grill, in his smoker since about midnight. So you don't want to eat a lot of stuff. So having like a meat tray is perfect because you can put a little bit in your tummy, not be full. But when that food get ready, you can sit down and have.
Yeah, I need to get me a
an
smoker before
entire
Christmas
meal.
because that
Yeah.
sounds like an amazing idea to put something
Yeah.
on Christmas Eve and have it. That
Man.
just sounds so
Yes, sir.
emotional,
Wow, he's really feeling this situation. He's like, I need to do that.
Shoot, yeah, man. But nah, man. But yeah, like so, just going back to a Scar, Microsoft got to get their stuff together. I've been waiting on the second Hellblade forever, right? We finally had a follow up to Ori and the Blind Forest.
The only reason why you got the first Hellblade because it was made before Microsoft grabbed it.
That's true. Ninja Theory made it on their own to prove that they can make a instead of a AAA, that they can make a AA great game. That's what they wanted to do, and they did. They proved that they could do that.
I love that game.
Yeah, man, I love it too. That's just me. But yeah, sorry, man. But nah, man, that's all you boy been playing, man. For real, that's all I've been doing, man. Just out here racking up games to kind of coast me through because I'm waiting on that.
You
waiting on that God
still
of War
have
Ragnarok.
Divinity installed?
Oh, still installed. Me and you need to jump on that.
I downloaded the Diablo beta.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
I
It's the second
don't- I
weekend this
don't-
weekend.
Yeah, I don't because they just opened it up for everyone. At first, it was just for people who pre-order.
Oh, okay.
But I just downloaded it off of on Xbox before I came up here to be a part of this. So I set the download. So I'm gonna try that at some point within the next few days. Just
I'm sure
to
it's gonna be
I'm
better.
not, I'm
I'm
not
sure
like
it's gonna be
super.
nice.
I'm not like super deep on Diablo. And like Diablo 3, I started playing it when it was on console, and the biggest problem with that is like all of the information about Diablo are like it's like real deep stuff and like
Yeah.
build videos and stuff like that. And it's just like yo, I need to figure out how to play this game. Like what do I do at the beginning? Like, this is like all in-game stuff. Like they're talking about rifts and shit.
Well, I'm pretty sure that oh, you were talking about videos on Diablo 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
no.
like, those videos on Diablo 3 are all just kind of like late game. Like this is the best build for your character. This is the best version of whatever character. This is the best version of that. And it's just like yeah. But before I get to all that, like how do I do this?
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's one of those. It is one of those where Diablo is one of those games where it jumps you over like the initial stuff, and it just starts getting into deep lore and best builds. But
there's a lot of lore to Diablo. Diablo is probably one of the most lore-rich games, other than probably like WoW or whatever, that exists. That's
Or
not
Skyrim.
part of another. Like, of course, like Star Wars and all that kind of stuff is lore-rich, but
Yeah.
that's not. That wasn't born from video games.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really deep. But the cool thing is that the gameplay loop is so simple that
Yeah.
you can just put it on as a party game, as well as a game where you would want to deep dive into something that's like really hardcore.
Yeah, and then I played a few times back when we all used to play. I played a few times with Def Prime, and Def Prime would just bring us into a rift, and I would just start a new character, and like my levels would just go up so fucking fast because we're
Yeah.
in the level rift for him, and like the levels will go up so fast that the game can't keep up with the levels.
Yeah, it keep popping the whole time. Even after you leave the stage and go back into the loading
It is
screen,
still
it's still
like
popping. Yeah, I know.
yes.
Same thing, man. Same thing. So I'm gonna ask everybody. So you can put it in the chat here or whatever. But listen, I play a role. I play a monk in Diablo. I play a monk in Diablo. So I go out there and I bang.
Diablo 3
Yeah,
or just Diablo
3.
in general.
Just Diablo 3 is the only Diablo I play. So
My favorite, my favorite is the Crusader.
okay,
That
Crusaders.
motherfucker, that motherfucker is tough, dog.
Yeah.
Once you get him leveled up, this is real tough, dog.
Real
Real
in this
tough.
field, huh? I
It's,
like
it's
it.
so real in the field. My second is the Wizard. Like a Death Prime leveled up Wizard.
Did you play with a necromancer before?
I did.
I don't. That was
You
that
did?
was that was Chase's thing.
Okay,
The
okay.
Necromancer. I
But
think
that-
I had
that was
one
later.
that I leveled up that way, but like I didn't really play with that character that much.
Okay.
My first character was a witch doctor because I wanted to play a necromancer.
doctor.
But then when I the witch doctor, I liked it. I wanted to play something a little bit more damage oriented, so I switched to a wizard, and that became my main. I mean, because I was like, holy shit, wizard is. Because like the
Wizard is
Crusader,
Wizard-
it's just
Wizard's-
like hit everything with holy shit. You are just like punch everything with a fist, and I'm just like death ray, death ray, death ray.
Yeah, that whatever that is, that long range ray of just destruction. Once you level that up, you just press that button and hold it and just kind of move the stick
Kind
around.
of fan it, yeah.
Bruh, that is the truth. It is the absolute truth. Like, yeah. So I got to that, but the character was already leveled up.
Word.
So like it wasn't one that I started from the beginning. So like, I ain't starting from the bottom. Like I ain't starting from the bottom, but like that thing is a death machine. That wizard is a death machine.
I don't know, man. I just like punching things in the face, man. That's why I
The
like
monk
that
is cool.
dog. Monk is nice.
Before we moved to, when we moved from Four Oaks, after we got broken into that one time, I was making videos going through a monk, but I fell off of that because of I moved, and then once I moved, I pretty much got a PC and didn't really play on
But
the PlayStation
you
that
and
much.
you and I played on PlayStation.
Yeah,
Where you had your would you play with your necromancer a lot in those days?
yeah.
I would recommend this, man. Like if Diablo 4 does come out, like we need to figure out where we can all play it at, because I would love to play it with you guys. I do like Diablo, and like Chase, we're gonna get together on Divinity Original Sin, but we need to be in those games like that to where it's
I
fun.
wish it they just need to make a crossplay between
Yeah.
PC and Xbox. I don't care about PlayStation. Fuck PlayStation. That's just how I feel.
I know that's how you feel, man.
That's just how I feel. I shared something on Twitter the other day where someone had this thing, and it was someone had shared, and they said that the PlayStation's service was better than Game Pass.
Saw that, man.
And then it's like, yeah, but like, aren't you the same people that before you had this service was talking about how Game Pass was ruining the industry? You're the same person. You're the same person who talked about how Game Pass is ruining the industry, and now you're saying our version of Game Pass is better than yours because we have access to all of these single player games that no one wants to play. I don't know what happened on Twitch. Yeah. All of the screens are black.
All the screens black though? I haven't even looked. I haven't been looking. Yeah, they all black for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Still says live though. Oh, we back now.
Okay.
Yeah, I wonder if that happened because I brought up Firefox. I don't know why it would do that, but I was looking on here, and it says that on PC Games In. Is that a
Yeah,
recent- that's a real thing? Okay.
It is a real thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it says
I don't know if it's really legitimate.
Microsoft has confirmed that Diablo 4 will have cross-play and cross-progression across all platforms.
Word.
Okay.
That's what's hot.
Okay, the Escapist is same thing. So it's multiple.
Okay. Now,
That's good.
great.
Yeah, just the crossplay will just be helpful in general.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and if everything goes well, it might be on Game Pass.
I'm excited for it because I love the newness of 3 versus like 2.
Mhm.
But I
Yeah.
miss how gritty 2 looked. Because if you look at 2 versus 3, 3 does look more cartoony and bright colors and all this stuff. But 4 seems like it's going to bring back that grim, dark kind of look.
I'm a
You know.
console guy. I only know about 3.
Well, once you get in there, you see the stage design.
Well, they remastered 2, and it looks great. It looks better than 3.
It plays 60 too, doesn't it? On everything, right? Plays
Yeah.
60 frames on everything, I believe.
Yeah. Just as long as it's crossplay, we good.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
But who knew we'd all get on here and agree that we need to be out here co-op in Diablo.
I know Diablo's
I mean,
Diablo's good
Diablo was a
shit.
fun game.
It is
It was a fun game, and like I got it just kind of on a whim. It was just kind of like, okay, I just kind of want to play this. Like people, PC people talk about how great Diablo is, and I'm like, okay, let me try it.
Yeah. Reaper
And I have it.
Edition.
I have it on both consoles.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, but yeah, that's it. What else you been playing?
But like an idiot, when I played it, when me and Pooh Bear played, I played it on PlayStation like an idiot.
Oh, well.
Because that's where I was
Yeah.
playing at the time.
But like, because Pooh Bear had her PlayStation with her here, and so she just plugged in her controller to my PlayStation, and we played on PlayStation. It was just like, yeah, but like if we would have played on Xbox, my Xbox copy is digital. We already game share.
Right.
My Xbox copy is digital, and we can continue this.
Right, and keep this moving.
Yeah, I can't
And I
continue
can
on
keep my
PlayStation.
character, and I can keep my characters moving too.
Yeah, so yeah, that was kind of stupid. And I have it on Switch also. So I have it on three.
Yeah.
I have it on 3 consoles.
Yeah, you knock.
Yeah,
I mean, you
yeah. The
you had it for real.
PlayStation Game Pass equivalent or whatever they call it, like the
PS
second tier,
Plus. Yeah,
they have different names. Like whichever is
Essential is
this
one, and then there's a Premiere, and then I can't remember the other one.
extra. There's one's called Extra.
That's the middle one then. That's the
Okay.
middle one.
Well, that one seems like the best, the one that's the most equivalent to Game Pass, and then the larger one seems like, oh, you can pay more money to have these few games. You're like, or I can just buy those few games. Like,
Yeah.
why is there 3 different tiers? Game Pass only has 2 tiers. You just need
Well,
2.
I mean, they technically have 3, right? Because you can do Xbox only, PC only, or both.
Yeah, but that's
Sure.
like that. It's kind of like different puzzle pieces of the same thing, but it's not like
but the advantage of the
Price.
both is you also get the Xbox Live stuff into it, which is what I have, and I've always had it since it's been out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I'm getting really close to the point where I think I can justify Game Pass now. I'll just see. I just want to see how they continue to treat their
I
PC
was
library.
I was wondering when they were going to do the family plan, and then I was like, well, I'll already pay for it. So
It's
depending
taking
on what the family plan shit was going to be, I would be like, yeah, I'll just put Blue on my family plan.
Why is it so hard to like get that kind of shit out? Like they said that they've been talking about that shit for like 3 years, and they put it in like New Zealand and Venezuela or something.
But yeah, it's like it's something weird. It's like, yeah, we test this out in Guatemala. Like, why the fuck are you testing this shit out in Guatemala? You can get just as much testing the shit out in California. Test it out in California.
Listen, man, Honduras doesn't need you to test it out on their infrastructure. Like we
Exactly.
need run.
We don't need you. We don't need you stressing out Madagascar's infrastructure.
Look, man, Brisbane does not need all your extra inquiry. Just keep it over here in Dayton and Jacksonville.
You know what I
See
mean?
what's going
Jacksonville needs some help. Like, how about Jacksonville?
Help out Ace down there, man. Shoot.
Yeah. And Ace with his 147 gigs down internet.
And up, son.
And up. Fucking stupid ass. I want some Google internet.
Man, boy, I could use that. Dang sure could use that, man.
I mean, even if I had it, it's not like my computer can really keep up right now. I just want it just to want it.
Right. Just to say I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Right now. Because right now, I think I got I don't know, I think it's 60 down.
I got 250 down, 10 up. That's what I got.
I think I got 60 down.
And a data cap.
I
ain't got no data caps.
I'm thinking about switching to AT&T Xfinity. But
Aiden just wants to be a part of this shit so bad. They're flexing. I fucking love Aiden. I fucking love Aiden. Like he just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna be in the background. Chill.
Right. Why? Yeah. Well,
yeah. But you would think Young Rouse would be the one to be all up in the microphone. Like, you know what I mean? Like Young Rouse would grab the microphone and be like, "What up?"
Yeah. Well, earlier when I couldn't get the mic working, that wasn't PC problems or internet problems. That was Riley unplugged my microphone in my controller and turned all the microphone stuff off. So the whole time I was trying to troubleshoot my mic, it was just off over there.
Young Rouse the Menace.
Right.
Young Rouse the Menace.
Over there flipping switches.
Yeah, my man be throwing remotes and controllers in the fucking toilet and shit. Like, my man is the menace. He is an absolute terror to your home. And I fucking enjoy it because it's not my home. Oh my god. Young Rouse the Menace, my man.
That's funny.
All right, so you want to talk about what you've been anything you've been watching that you want to talk about? I'm gonna tell you something.
You're watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, ain't you, Blue?
Man, come on, son.
Hold on 1 second.
Go ahead, Blue.
I was gonna say, man. So I've been vacillating about whether or not I should continue to keep my Crunchyroll anime subscription, right? Because it run about the same price as Netflix does every month, which I've also vacillated about retaining. Right?
Okay.
But man, I've been watching some cool stuff, man. My Hero Academia is back up and running again, and this is I think this is the last season of that.
I can't remember where I left off at.
Ah, man, you got to get back to it.
I was watching on Hulu, but on Hulu, the subs and dubs are in the same feed.
Ah, so you'll watch one dub and then it'll switch you to a sub.
Yeah, it's not. No. If you watch the dub, if the next episode the dub is available, it'll keep you on dub. But they're both in the same feed, and it's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, they'll switch. I think that's the simulcast feed.
But what I did was when I ran out of what was on Hulu at one point, I was watching.
Are you talking about
subs on
Academia?
YouTube? Yes, I was watching subs on YouTube, so I am past where Hulu left off for me. So I don't know exactly where I am.
Well, we'll have to sit down and talk about it.
I may just see what's on Hulu, and I might try to get back into it.
Okay, well, you can always use my Crunchyroll stuff. You can get out there. And then
I never used the Paramount.
That's true. And then there's this other one, man. I watched the whole first season is over with, but it's called chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon King's army. Like stupid stuff. Like it sounds crazy, but it's actually a really good anime. And then Ningen Fushin, Adventures Who Don't Believe in Humanity Save the World.
Why are these titles so long?
And there's another one, Bofuri, I Don't Want to Get Hurt, so I'll max out my defense. Like that one is just
why is this a thing?
I don't know, man. I don't know why it's a thing, man. But
I've
been watching those.
It's like title. I don't know why this title was so long, but we're gonna call it this. The series.
Well, it's like all anime titles now. There was a band. There was more bands like this, and people will probably bring up other ones. But when I was coming up, the main band that was Norma Jean, and let me find her.
So one of my favorite animes is called "Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?"
Why is the title so long? Why is the title? What the title of your show is a whole ass question.
It's a thing, dog.
It's a whole ass question, though. Why is this a whole ass question?
It's like an entrance password, right, to like a secret hideout.
Right.
Yeah, man. But
yeah.
I've been watching that, man. So.
Their first album, which is I didn't really keep up with them after this first album, but the album was called "Bless the Martyr, Kiss the Child," and the first track is called "The Entire World Is Counting on Me and They Don't Even Know It." There's "Face to Face," "Memphis Will Be Laid to Waste," "Creating Something Out of Nothing Only to Destroy It," "Pretty Soon I Don't Know What But Something Is Going to Happen," "The Shotgun Message," "Sometimes It's Our Mistakes That Make for the Greatest Ideas," "I Used to Hate Cell Phones But Now I Hate Car Accidents," "If It Was As If the Dead Man Stood Upon the Air," and then "The Human Face Divine," and "Organization Beyond Recognition."
Why is this a thing?
Why is this a thing? I wish I knew. I wish I knew. It's hilarious. Little bit.
It's like you would be watching it for the anime. Like it would be like you'll make an American TV show. It'd be like How to Get Away with Murder, because you know that motherfucker did it, right? You know he did it. Like, wait, why is this title so long?
Right. And here's another one of the ones. So here's honestly, I have watched these two. They're both really good anime. So one is called Ari Fuerta, which is From Commonplace to World's Strongest. The other one is The Reincarnation of the Strongest Exorcist in Another World. And then there's another one about an assassin. Give me just a minute, man.
Okay, so let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Is the untranslated title shorter?
Yes.
Okay, so that's what it is. The translation is making it the way that it is. I mean, I can't speak for what Chase was just talking about. So, like, the untranslated part is shorter. So it's like, yeah. We look. This is what these two words mean in American.
Yeah. Oh, here's
in American English.
Yeah, here's the other one. It is The World's Finest Assassin Gets Reincarnated in Another World as an Aristocrat. That's the name of the anime.
That's the name of the.
That's the name of the anime, son. Yeah.
Wasn't there one called I Was Reincarnated as a Slime or something?
So what? I was reincarnated as a slime. It's basically, yeah.
And then
there's another one called So What? I Was Reincarnated as a Spider.
So like you can't really have no nigga shit on there because the nigga shit would be like. Cause see, right, what had happened was the show.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? These niggas trying to get all up in my grill, so I had to flex on these niggas like that. The show, like you know what I mean?
Scar. That one time at Ray and them house, the show.
No, the one time at Ray and them house, I had to break a whole ass fool on these people. The show. That is the show title. That one time at Ray house.
I'm telling you, man, it's crazy, man. But I will say, Scar, I am bouncing back and forth about whether or not I should keep like these subs and stuff, man, these subscriptions, because I'm actually thinking about going back and actually just buying cable because I have so many subscriptions now, cutting the cord, that my cord cutting costs exceed the cost to just retain cable.
My thing is, I can't go back to cable because I don't watch TV on TV. I don't do appointment TV anymore.
Yeah, I could see that.
That's the thing. Like, I want to watch the stuff when I get around to it, and like I don't want to wait for the shit to come back around or some shit like that. Like, you know, and I don't want to have to like get like a DVR or some shit like that just to be able to watch what I want to watch. Like, the streaming services work out for me because I can watch it when I get ready.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't want to take up anybody's time, but I just gotta say, man, the closest thing I've been to appointment TV has been Last of Us.
Nigga.
That's the closest. That's
All
the closest I've come to appointment TV in a while.
Bruh, I'm gonna tell you. Look, I didn't play the game.
You didn't play the game?
I didn't play the game. Remember,
That's right. I
played the beginning of the game. I played the beginning of the game. I looked it up, so I knew what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But what they pulled off, was nothing short of fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, this is now the gold standard of video game adaptations. But this also leaves a problem.
The first, which was also good too. First season of which was also phenomenal. But continue.
But it wasn't a direct adaptation of the.
That's right. It was more.
It's based off of the books, not the video game. So we can't really use that one. So now we already know that they are making a God of War TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And someone suggested a show, and I don't want them to make this show because I don't want to be out here crying. Somebody said that they should make the Walking Dead Telltale games as a TV show.
Can't do it.
You're not gonna have me out here crying, dog.
Look,
like, that's
Lee is my dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't do it.
And that's the problem. And I think that's going to be the problem with The Last of Us season 2. I know they said they're going to break it up. It's going to be multiple seasons. The part two of the game is going to be broken up into multiple seasons. But the problem with that, spoiler alert, is one of the main characters dies at early on in the game, and like, I don't know how you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Now that these characters, these characters mean something to people.
Can we put a pause on it and let me just say, in these lines, there is a time frame. There's an elapsed amount of time elapses between Last of Us Part 1 and Part 2.
It's 5 years, right?
Yeah, it's a while. Right. If they don't take the time to take advantage of that, they are doing it wrong. They are hustling backwards.
Yes, very much so.
They have to take advantage of that gap.
They have to. What's the dude's name that did the Dazed and Confused? Linklater. They have to do his shit. You know, he made those 3 movies, and he did one in the 90s and one in the 2000s and one in the 2010s. It's all the same characters as they aged. And he also he filmed that movie Boyhood over 20 years, and all the actors and stuff aged. They have to do that. They have to have that patience, that Linklater patience.
Like what they intended to do with the Kill Bill. Because the idea for a Kill Bill sequel is the black lady. What's her name? Verdine, something like that.
I can't recall.
But her daughter, who basically walked in on her mom getting killed. After that movie was shot, they filmed scenes of her as a little girl, just in case they ended up making the movie later of that girl coming out to get her revenge.
Oh man.
They filmed the scenes. They filmed the scenes and they put them aside just in case that they were going to move in that direction.
That's cool. That's cool. It's smart.
But I don't
That's
think
smart.
they're ever going to make that movie.
Yeah. So like I said, man, appointment TV. That's probably the closest thing is The Last of Us for me. I haven't sat down and at a certain time on a certain day to watch a particular program in a minute. I haven't done that.
Now let's talk about something, right?
Okay.
Have you seen? Well, first of all, The Flash. It's not really good. This is the last season, and it's not really that good.
And I've been trying to catch up with that on Netflix too, man. And boy,
This
boy,
last
let me tell
season,
you.
this last season has been pretty mediocre, and that's me
Yeah, that's
being
what I've
nice. But have you seen the wonderful clusterfuck that is Gotham Knights?
I have not.
Man, let me tell you, this is the most
And I played the game.
This is the most clusterfucky show of all time. Of all time. There's so much about this that doesn't make any sense at all. Like none, zero. Batman is dead. In the very first episode, you never even see Batman because when you see him, it's Bruce Wayne dead on the ground. Like that's the first time you see him, and then some dude that we've never heard of before, who is supposedly his son, who he adopted, and some random other teenagers gets framed for the murder.
What?
Yeah. And they get framed for the murder. I'm just telling you, they get framed for the murder because these three teenagers. There's these siblings. Is a young lady and a trans boy.
Okay.
And the third one is the Joker's daughter. So
okay,
they are actually criminals, and they're kind of like doing their thing or whatever like that. They get a job to rob Bruce Wayne. So they do this whole thing, and they get all the way into there, and they crack the safe, and it is the gun that killed his parents.
wow.
And the gun is warm. Because whoever killed Bruce Wayne used the gun on Bruce Wayne, and now they have just picked the shit up. So now
this doesn't make any sense.
No, bro, it's worse. And then the son has no idea that his dad is Batman. None. He's a teenage boy. He has no idea that his dad is Bruce Wayne. There is no Alfred. No Alfred. There's another caretaker that's a caretaker of the boy. But let me tell you, the boy throws a party in fucking Wayne Manor with alcohol and shit, and the caretaker's just like, huh.
Whatever. Oh man.
I'm telling you, this shit is wild. And it's like it is the most clusterfucky show of all time, and there's only 2 episodes released.
Really?
What I just told you is the beginning of the first episode. I can't see that.
Okay, it's coming into focus. Hold on.
Oh yeah, that. Okay.
Hold on, let me stick. What does it say? Okay, Pepe Silva. No, you mean? Oh, okay. Okay.
So it's literally it's the most clusterfucky show of all time, time, and it's only been 2 episodes. And first of all, this probably would have been a better idea maybe 5 years ago.
Right.
Like this would have been a pretty decent replacement for when Arrow went off. You know what I mean? You bring them in, right. And like because this seems like the way that it's written is very kind of old, like years ago old. It is
still.
It is literally the most clusterfucky thing of all time, and I can't stop watching.
So, go ahead. You can't stop watching because
I can't even tell you what happened in the second episode because it is so fucking absurd that you will flip your lid. There was a Robin
Mm-hmm.
And it's not any Robin that you've heard of.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And let's just say, two teenagers take on a trained assassin who has already killed many people so far. They two teenagers take on a trained assassin and survive.
Most likely Deathstroke, Slade.
Nope.
No,
I can't. If I tell you that's a spoiler. But if I tell you it's a spoiler, but I mean it's all surrounding a specific thing
faction.
a specific faction in the DC universe or whatever. But
I'm familiar because I played. So I played the game Gotham Knights, right? They just came out, and oddly enough, even with all those problems, I enjoyed the game. I did.
So
now,
who's the bad people in that?
Courthouse.
Okay, so yeah, we're doing the same shit. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
So these teenagers take on the Talon, who has already killed many people, including a handful, like 6 cops,
6 officers. Yeah.
And these two teenagers take on a Talon and survive.
Going ham. No, you can't do that. So
you can't do that.
Yeah, no. So it leads me to the question: what happened to that Titan show? You know, that show where they said "F Batman," and everybody gave him grief about it on the internet.
That's on. That's still on. That's still on. But it's on. It's an HBO show, right?
I think so. Yeah, I actually have HBO.
It was originally on the DC app, right? And then it moved to HBO. I believe that's still a thing, but as I understand it, it started to get stupid after the first couple of seasons.
Oh, okay. But I need to get on that.
Because
I did like how it started.
Stupid.
I think I might even try that.
Be serious.
DC.
It started really good because there was that girl who had these special power or like could see things, and then she was going to Robin for help, and Robin kind of didn't want to help her, and then this other lady, one of the black ladies, she tried to do some stuff, man, and help her out. And so that opening, I need to go watch it again because it's like the first 3 episodes or whatever. But that was actually pretty. It pulled you in, got you kind of invested in the characters and stuff, man.
I always said that I wanted to watch that, but I never truly got around to it. And it might be time to do that because I'm watching the Watchmen TV show for the podcast. That's what we're on right now. That's really good, but I have to watch it 1 episode at a time, of course.
Right.
So but that's really good. And let me tell you about the Watchmen. If you've never seen the Watchmen, Jean Smart is a G among G's.
Really?
Jean Smart from Designing Women. Jean Smart is a G amongst G's so far in the Watchmen. Regina King is fantastic, of course.
Always, yeah.
But Jean Smart. Designing Women, Jean Smart is a G amongst G's.
Nice. What? So is that on is that an HBO app?
It's an HBO
Max. Yeah, I finally subscribed to HBO Max, man, and I tell you what, me, my wife, my oldest son, we all like, HBO has like the best shows, dog.
Yeah, they got some stuff.
Yeah,
and I think one day I might pick Game of Thrones back up.
No, can't do it.
Because I watched the first season, it just wasn't my type of shit. I'm thinking. I mean, but I think I might pick up a Game of Thrones once I make it back to Snowfall because I'm on season 2 of Snowfall and I kind of stopped. So I think I'm gonna try to get back through Snowfall because that's going through its final season right now, and then I'll try to go to Game of Thrones and see. But I'm trying not to get wrapped up in a whole bunch of stuff because right now I got shows that are on. I mean, think about this. Wednesday, on Wednesday, I have 4 shows to watch: Flash, Gotham Knights, and the two Star Wars shows.
Okay.
And I think Wu-Tang. I stopped watching Wu-Tang because I got to a really dumb episode, and then I'm having problems because I typically watch it at work. But my ad blocker and Hulu are not friends. Hulu is just like, nope, I ain't about to do it because I got an ad blocker.
Yeah.
Chase, what you got? We just been talking. Chase, what you got? What you been watching?
Yeah, what you got, homie?
What I've been watching, I haven't really talked about what I've been playing, but I actually been playing some stuff, man.
Oh, you never got around to what you? Well, we just kept going.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't want to step on their toes or anything.
This is the Chase segment. Do your things, all of your things, Chase.
Oh, you want me to do all my things?
Yes, do all of your things.
I mean,
and then we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up when you finish.
I mean, this ain't OnlyFans, but
I mean, all the things except those. Let's just be clear.
I actually thought it'd be funny to make an OnlyFans, but just have like a wall of fans, and it literally just be OnlyFans.
Pretty sure you're not the first person.
120 millimeter RGB fans. That's just it.
I'm pretty sure you're not the only person who started that.
Probably, because I've never been on OnlyFans to check. Because
Me either.
who wants to pay for content?
I ain't about to pay.
Man.
I ain't about to pay for no. Look. That's why I don't go to strip clubs. I ain't about to pay for no pussy I ain't got no access to. That don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Why would I pay for pussy I don't have access to? That's stupid.
Why pay for the milk when you got the cow? You know what I mean? Like, why?
Like, you know what I mean? That's what they said. They said, like, if you got a spouse, like, why are you going to the strip club? Because you can throw that money at your wife, and you can get you can get you a lap dance and groceries, dog. Like, what are we talking about here?
Hey, stupid. You just hashtag jerky.
Get you some jerky. Get you some. What kind of jerky did you have? Is it garlic?
Bohemian garlic.
Bohemian garlic jerky. Have your lady give you a lap dance and go get you some Bohemian garlic jerky.
Right.
And like your life is great at that point. Why the fuck would you throw that money
they have
to
that energy infused jerky called perky jerky? You've seen that?
I've never seen perky jerky, and I've never had an energy infused anything. I've never needed. I've never had an energy drink. I've never had an energy shot. I've never had any of this.
Wow.
I've never.
Hey, all nighters in college make you try those energy drinks, dog.
I went to a tech school, so I only really had 2 classes at a time.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
Hours,
So I really need all of that. I only had 2 classes at a time, so.
Well, anyway, I've been playing God of War, the first one, and dude, I wanted. Have you played it far? Any of you two?
I finished it.
Okay, dude,
I played up until where I left off, because I looked it up after the fact. Where I left off is right before Atreus gets sick.
Okay.
And he got to go get the blades.
You gotta go pop the trunk.
Yeah, we got to pop the trunk on these niggas. We got to pop the trunk on these niggas.
Got in the feels. Like, I actually had like an emotional moment with the lantern scene. Like, holy fuck. Like, it's just a small little thing, you know, but it's like, it's all these little small little dadisms, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From
the funny ones to the emotional ones.
I just love the beginning. The beginning where he's just like, do you know how to hunt? Yes. Go get your shit, dog. All right. What are we hunting? Deer. Where are we going? In the direction of deer. I love that shit. That's so dad-like. And that's my dad. That is 100% my dad. My dad would be like, we going hunting. All right, what we hunting, Dad? Deer. All right, where we going to find the deer? In the direction of fucking deer. That's my dad.
Man. Yeah.
Dude. And then the parts where he's like, Atreus will ask the same question, but in different ways. And Kratos is just like, I do not know. I do not know. Like, I've already... what don't you understand about this? And it's just, I mean, the people that wrote this like really were in tune with their inner dad, or
for sure.
They had to be fathers.
But the fact that this is the whole game is one long take.
Yeah, yeah. Cut down. Over.
The whole game is one long take.
Yeah,
that is crazy. That they could even make a whole game that's basically one long take.
Yeah. One thing Corey Balrog said, or Barlog, I can't remember which way he does his last name. It changes, seems like every week. But he said that because the way they drew Kratos and they kind of designed him, all the dudes at the studio got jacked when they were working on this game. All of them went to the studio and came out with broader shoulders, bigger arms. Like all of them went in and put in that work, son. All of them, every last dude. So yeah,
and that's the reason why Kyle Barker couldn't be the character anymore.
Exactly, he wasn't. I mean, he
because he's not very tall, and they had to do motion capture, and like the person doing the motion capture had to be relatively tall, so they went and got Miles from House Party 2.
Right, which I mean, he won an award at the Game Awards for best actor, right? Best voice.
And he had the best moment that year where they were presenting, and he was like, "Read it, boy."
Yeah, he did. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. I have not played Ragnarok. I don't really use my PlayStation, but
I wouldn't want to play it on a PS4 anyway. I would either want to get a PS5 or wait until it comes on PC, which it will. It's just I have to wait a long time.
I'm gonna play on the phone. If I do play, I'm gonna play on the phone.
Dude, I don't know, man.
I'm not buying a PlayStation 5, and my PC, when I get it to where I need it to be, is not going to be the ultimate PC. It's just going to be the PC so I can play the games that I want to play, and I don't need to play that game that bad. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even use my PlayStation. Like, you know what I mean? So,
I get so pissed off. Oh, go ahead, Blue.
No, go ahead.
I said I get so pissed off when I have to play something on the Xbox One or the PS4, and I'm like, this could be so much better.
Yeah. There's that tangible opportunity cost when you realize that you're like, man, but I know I could be playing it at like 100 frames a second, and I know it could be of a higher resolution, and I know it's gonna feel more responsive.
Even a steady 60.
Crispy, but.
Right now, all I really want in life right now is a PC that can run the Division at least 30. That's all I care about.
That's so attainable.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
absolutely. But I told my oldest son, go ahead.
Oh, when we were playing Division, you were having so much trouble, and I was like, and then I went and played on the Xbox. I was like, I'm playing with everybody. But man, I wish everybody could be on the PC because man, it was so smooth and such a better experience on there. Like when me and Blue were with you, I was like, oh, I love Division 1 and seeing it, like that and smooth like that is something special, So, but I'm sure that doesn't seem like a game that's going to get remastered for the Series X. They're going to be either punting the next one.
They did one for like one of those like kind of digital upgrades if you have a series, or if you have a series or a PS5. They did a thing where it looks a little bit better than it did on the Xbox One. But like I noticed the difference. I noticed the difference between my Xbox One and my Series S. But it's not enough. It's not like we made this look like a PC.
Right. Now I'll say this, man. So the reason I'm with you, Chase, is because I told, my youngest was asking me. He was like, "So you gonna play God of War 2?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay, well, you can like, are you gonna buy your copy on PS4?" I said, "No. I'm not gonna buy a PS5 either because And he said, "Well, why?" I was like, "Listen, you only get one time to experience that game for the first time. and I want that one time to be the absolute best way that I can play that game. Period. So I'll never be able to get that back, and that's why I'm waiting. So,
But the only thing that may want me to push for a PS5 is Spider-Man, because I fucking love Spider-Man, and
Mhm.
I mean, I know that it's not even out yet, and it's still going to be 2 years after that, so at least before it comes to PC. So,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I really want to play that.
So the average amount of time for wait from PS5 to PC has been about 18 months. This generation, so that's what I said, PS5 to PC. Average wait has been about 18 months, but I'm still waiting on Horizon Forbidden West, right? I'm still waiting on some of these titles.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Ratchet and
Horizon, my man died. What's his name?
Lance
And
Reddick,
Destiny,
Yeah,
know,
Destiny.
that's fucking
I seen the
Zavala.
Fringe.
Okay, so I seen someone
Spartacus.
took a video of him playing Destiny himself the day before he passed.
Really?
And then you see there are people doing like vigils at the watchtower because his character is at the watchtower. So they're like doing vigils for him in game at the watchtower around his character.
Man, I first like really loved that character watching Fringe years ago.
Yeah.
Loved
Fringe,
that actor.
Fringe, The
Spartacus.
Wire.
He was in Spartacus too, because he was. I think wasn't he in Spartacus? Because I thought he was the black dude that trained all the slaves.
No, that was a
All
different
the
dude.
gladiators.
That was
a different dude. Okay.
that was the dude who got kicked into This Is Sparta.
Okay.
That was-
But
that
yeah,
was-
but
but
I knew
then-
that was him in Fringe. That was
But
my
then
show.
he also played in the beautiful piece of shit, which is Killzone Shadowfall.
Yes.
So he's played in like Guerrilla Games,
Yeah.
and so like he's been in some games. He's done voices. He's like one of the funniest things from like the Chappelle Show had him in it. Like it's all kinds of stuff that he's been a part of, and it just kind of sucks. And of course John Wick.
Yeah.
And just like, bruh.
I know it's tough.
Yeah, it's tough because he seemed like a good dude.
For sure. And I always enjoyed him anytime he showed up somewhere. I always enjoyed him. So, prayers for his family, man. And his
Absolutely.
friends and stuff. Because it's always hard to lose somebody. Especially someone who, for all intents and purposes, came off as a good dude.
And
Yeah.
in the fact that like outside of Destiny, his appearance in the Guerrilla Games, they look like him also.
Yeah. So yeah, in his appearance in Horizon, yeah, absolutely.
It looks like him. His
absolutely.
character in Killzone Shadowfall looks like him except for with some hair,
Yeah,
which it looks weird.
right. Because we don't see him like that all the time. So
And like, but like like people, he's played in so much that people love.
yeah,
And it's just kind of it's a loss.
yeah,
And
for sure.
prayers to that man's family.
Yeah,
Prayer to every fan that's gonna miss him doing work on whatever. And the crazy part about it is in Destiny, like out of the three people who are like the people over the different sections in Destiny 1, they killed off one of them in 2, and it wasn't him.
yeah. Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. So
They
that's
killed
kind
they
of
killed
like
off they killed off what's his name what's his
Cade
name
6. Cade 6.
Cade, but
Cade.
Cade is played by
Nathan Fillion.
Fillion.
yeah, there we go, Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, and so it reminds me of the Carrie Fisher thing from Star Wars, right? Because it could have been her or her other ship captain who stayed back with the other crew and sacrificed, but so they sacrificed the other ship captain, and then Carrie Fisher ended up passing away after the movie, so she couldn't continue the role.
Yeah, it just kind of it sucks, but
Yeah,
it rest in peace to that man and his family and everyone who cared about him.
Mhm.
for sure.
For sure. Well, what else we got? What else you got, Chase?
Well,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
still
I
on
was on-
Chase. We cut him off.
yeah. We were talking about God of War and but Bright Memory Infinite. That was made by one dude. That's a solid little game, like
It
mechanically,
is. Yeah, I played it
like, cause it's like
visually.
yeah, all the visuals and the mechanics, cause it's like your first person shooter, but it's sort of melee focused, and you sort of have powers. It's like he's like, you know what? I like cool shit in games. I want to make a game with cool shit in it. You know?
Yeah.
Is anybody else's Twitch kind of stuttering a little bit, or is it just me?
Mine didn't playing. I have a pause. Let me get over here and play it. See
I
what's up.
have it playing, but my sound is off.
Yeah, same. Yeah, it is. It is more mine's buffering some. So yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll just making sure that it wasn't just me,
Oh,
but
okay.
it'd be
Yeah.
alright.
We played some Valheim, didn't we? Scar.
Yeah, you know what? I forgot all about Valheim, and we recorded a video.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that went on the YouTubes.
Yep, it's on the YouTube page.
We were gonna play some Sunday, but I fell asleep early because this week I've been kind of I mean, I've liked doing the days, but I think it's not in my normal rotation. So I've been kind of struggling on when to go to bed and all that kind of stuff because I'm not normally having to worry about that. But
Right.
but yeah, and the newest thing I played, which my son was sitting in my lap, and I was like, let's look through, because I was trying to get him focused on something because he was going crazy. I was like, let's look on the store on Steam, and you know, we can just look at stuff. And I ended up buying Sonic Frontiers.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, my bad, though.
Is it as bad as a game as we thought it was gonna be?
No, it's kind of fucking fun. Like, and it doesn't look as
Okay.
bad
Really now?
when, I don't know, it's weird. But what's cool is that yeah, I'm getting some reds over here. Why you
Wow,
giving
she's
me them
buffering.
reds?
That's just buffering like a motherfucker.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What game's 50% off?
I'm trying to see if I can let it wait a little bit to get its shit together. Spectrum, you're on your last leg, bro.
Boy,
You
yeah,
about to
that's
go
what
to
you-
you about to go to the dodo for some fiber.
rough.
Alright, it's in the green now, so maybe. But anyway, it's
Yeah.
weird because it's like the character models and stuff are exactly like the Sonic show that they like to watch, which is like Sonic Boom or whatever.
No.
So it's kind of cool. I mean, I didn't play very long, but the little gameplay loop was kind of damn.
You should have stopped again.
Huh.
Do you want to end the stream and just record the rest?
Yes. Sorry, Twitch. Yeah, I am probably going to call fucking damn
Spectrum.
Xfinity and be like,
Mhm.
cancel Spectrum, because I've been with Spectrum for a while. I transferred them when we come here because that was the easiest thing. I can just call and be like, transfer to a new address versus like calling something new, having set it up and all that stuff. So
Right.
I don't know, but the dude just come out and put a new cable in and drilled fucking shit in my wall, and now it's still fucking doing shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
Damn.
Yeah, that's tough, man. Sorry, man. Really, really
But-
sorry about that.
Yeah. But anyway, Valheim, Sonic. Okay, there we go.
You're
Play,
on time.
I played a little Stray.
Oh, but
The thing with the
game.
cat?
Yeah. Because I've had it for a while, but I played it because I got this, you know. This fucking thing's huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Massive, dog.
Looks
But because when I first
were you playing
opened,
Mass Effect?
Yep.
But one of the people that I follow on YouTube, he just started playing Andromeda for the first time.
I want to play through it
Still,
again.
it's still an underrated game.
I want to
Very
play through it
much so.
again. It's been 5 years, which is plenty of time to play through it again. I think.
Oh, for sure. I play through all of my stuff every two.
Played it.
Yeah.
I've already played through it 2 of them times.
But
Me
yeah,
too. I can't play it anymore.
but when I first got it, I was like, "Holy shit! It's embarrassingly big." I was like, "I don't even know if I want to play on this." Look, I feel like, look at me.
It's
I'm
big.
sitting here in the doctor's office with my little game gang.
I'm a
But-
grown man. Trust me.
But when I'm holding it, holy shit! I have grown man thumbsticks. You know what I mean? Like you guys
I
have
was-
played
I
on
wa-
Kishis and
I
switches.
only got one question.
Okay,
Can you play the Division on that thing?
you can, but I haven't tried it yet.
But
You can get the Division on Steam now, but I haven't tried to install any Ubisoft
Be right back,
games.
Jim.
But like Mass Effect, any game that has a launcher will not get a check mark, because the only way a game can get a check mark is if you press play and it boots up like a console. If you have a launcher,
Okay.
they will not give you the check mark. So even though a game plays perfectly like Mass Effect or Fallout 3 played perfectly, it had a launcher. So it will boot up the launcher. I had to click accept on the touchscreen, and that's it. That's the reason I don't get a check mark. You can't have touchscreen anything, keyboard anything for it to get the check mark. So I've not had anything to where I'm like, yeah, this is not doing well. Everything that I've played has played well, surprisingly. Like Mass Effect looks fucking great. But and I've really liked it because I would sit in the bedroom, Amber's watching something on the TV, and I'm just like under covers playing. So we're kind of like being able to play together, or play. Because I noticed
Within
this with my
proximity of each other.
yeah, I noticed it with my brother. Sometimes he'll be playing Halo, and his wife is on the tablet, and they're snuggled together. They're doing two different things. You know what I mean? And so I was like, I've always liked the idea of a portable device. It's just I wanted one to play the shit that I want to play.
Right. Right.
So
So I tell you what I do at the house that's similar.
uh-huh.
I have a Chromebook that I bought for like $100. It was on
Yeah.
sale. It was half price. Downloaded Steam Link, and that's what I do. I play that way. I can sit right next to my wife on my Chromebook, connect either with some Bluetooth earbuds or some wired earbuds. Sit there and play while she's watching her show. Done.
And that's another thing is the Steam Deck is also a Steam Link, so if you don't feel like installing it, you can also stream it to your. And streaming from your computer is not like streaming from the cloud. It's pretty seamless.
Yes. Yeah.
But I was playing on the Kishi and streaming from the Xbox. I got kind of used to it, but it's not. Still, streaming still isn't what it should be, like cloud streaming. Because
It is a.
that would take away. Because the beauty of Game Pass is that I don't have to pay for this to try it. But then you kind of have the thing. You get even more spoiled by that, right? You're like, well, I don't want to have to download it. So if everything was just streaming, you'd be like, well, I don't have to buy this. I don't have to download it. I can just click and play this. If I don't like it, I can just I don't have to worry about it taking up real estate on my hard drive or anything. So I've tried out games on xCloud just because, well, there's absolutely no, like, on my part, anything that's like holding me back to be lazy about it. Money, downloading, any of that. So, but I've really liked it so far, and I want to tinker with it more on the other side, because you can put it in desktop mode and like put emulators and stuff on there pretty seamlessly. But I want to do that. I did it a little bit, but I wanted to put Xbox Game Pass on there too, to do the xCloud if I wanted to, right? Because I do have a save on Mass Effect that I did like playing through, and it's on Xbox's court, I think, because even on Xbox has a list of instructions. They're like, download Edge, and then you got to put these launch instructions, and then you got to do this, and go to the console and type these things in to like tell the Edge to like give the Steam Deck its controller, because if you try to play a game, it's not going to think you have a controller. I was like, why is this so complicated? Just make an Xbox app that you can download on Linux. That's all you have to do, because it's not like you're having to make games run on Linux. It's just the app, because it's streaming. What's so hard about that? And it's like, oh well, having Xbox have an app on a competitive
OS.
Well, I thought they didn't have a problem with that. I thought that's the whole thing. They would put Game Pass on PlayStation if they let them. So why isn't there a Linux Xbox app so I can freaking just I don't know. It's weird.
Right.
Even that if it's not officially Microsoft has an instructions on how to make Edge work on the I'm like, why is that your official way of doing this? I don't understand. But yeah. And I've heard that you can like strip it and put Windows on the Steam Deck, but most people say don't do it because it's better like it is. You know. And plus there's plenty of games. Like, yeah, it might not be your entire library, but do you play your entire library? At least 250 games out of my library, which are most of the good ones, are verified on Steam Deck, you know. So, I mean, I've enjoyed it, and I've only had it for a few weeks or so. Has a cool little case. Has a little microfiber cloth for its screen, and I just set it on top of it. But I was like telling Amber, I was like, it feels weird when I put it in the case because it looks like I'm sending it night because I'm like putting it in this case and putting a little cloth on top of it. but anyway, but it's a cool device. It's just it will take you back once you see the size of it, but you need that size because, geez, like grown man hands don't need these little thumbsticks. Like that's the whole thing about playing a game on a small console, is you need those grown man thumbsticks, or grown folks, I guess.
Yes, because and even the buttons on the Switch, and I got these, bro.
Yeah.
I got these, bro.
I don't know. I don't know the Switch.
Like, look, this is a 6-inch phone. That's my hand. Like, phone can fit in my hand, and I still have more hand to show.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
So I can't do these small buttons. Like when I was playing the Switch, a lot of times I would dock it and just use a regular full size controller that I had.
Yeah. So I know Switch and Steam Deck are different specs and things like that. But how's battery life?
It's okay. It's not the greatest, but
okay.
I'm not a person that's going to be out and about all the time. So to where I'm just play, because if I'm playing as long as I would normally play, yeah, I'm not going to do that out maybe. And if I am, maybe be next to a, because I mean I have the charger next to my bed, so if I am playing in the bed, I can have it on charger anyway.
Does the Steam Deck have a docking type situation?
It has a dock, but it's not like the Switch dock to where it actually has any kind of computing going on. It's basically just like an HDMI. So I've heard that like if you put it on dock mode and you put it on a 4K TV, your games might run like crap if they're trying to like output at 4K, you know, because so you want to try there's some tweaking to do, but it does have a dock. It's not meant for the dock, but they were like, well, people might want this. It's not really the purpose of the Steam Deck, but if you want it, it's there. So it's sold separately because it's not their main it's not a Switch, you know. It's meant to
Right.
it's meant to be portable. When the Switch is
Right.
supposed to be both. But I heard even with the Switch, like you play things dock and it'll play worse than if you played it handheld because it's trying to output at a higher resolution. But
No, I think it doesn't play worse. It just kind of looks worse.
oh,
Yeah,
because it's bloated up.
Yeah. And like when it's in handheld mode, it's 720, right?
Yeah.
And it tries to upscale to 1080 when you're watching it on TV.
Okay. And the later games, I've heard a lot of people be like, "Man, this Bayonetta seems like a good game. I just wish it was on something that was not called the Switch."
Yeah, that's the one thing that I wish Microsoft, since they're putting Game Pass on Nintendo, right? That's one thing that I wish that they would kind of do.
Did they ever say for real that that's what they were doing?
Yeah, I think they needed to do it in order to get the approval to do this Activision Blizzard acquisition. I think that is one of the stipulations. They've been opening it up. So they've been opening that thing up. I think so. I'll double check that, Scar, but I think so. At any rate, I do wish they would do that. So certain games that were on the Switch like that and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, even I heard it wasn't very good, I'd still want to play those, right? I still want to play those. So just some of the third-party stuff, because you know
Okay.
you'll never get the Nintendo first-party stuff.
Yeah, I don't really care about that. I don't play Nintendo games out of the way.
Well, I guess second-party, really, if they're just creating only for Nintendo. But it's what it is, man. So that's what I'd like to see. So
I don't know. I heard that new Kirby is pretty fucking fun. But Kirby's always been. You're like Kirby. You know, it's a little cutesy character, but the mechanics behind it has always just been like it's just dumb fun.
they are always thought-provoking. It's like, who the hell thought of that? Who the hell thought to make the world like paper and you can like go behind it? You know what I'm saying? It's like,
But we need to get behind. We need to go and talk to the guy who made an entire mode called Big Mouth Mode or whatever.
yeah, like man, like they have some straight up innovation, and I think Kirby is a Miyamoto character, right?
Is he?
Shigeru created him, right? I think he did.
I don't know, so don't
No,
give
no,
me a
no.
lie.
Masahiro Sakurai. Sorry. Sakurai.
Well, what's the other thing that wasn't the Pikmin? Wasn't that Miyamoto? I
Maybe
didn't play
he did,
him.
but he did a
But I
lot
know
of
people
he did
love
a
that
lot of
shit.
those. Who created Pikmin? Yes, commonly considered to be Shigeru Miyamoto's increasing interest in gardening at the time. So it seems like, yeah, he did create it. You were right.
Sweet, I'm right about something.
Oh, good, man. I'm glad you enjoy your Switch. I mean, your Steam Deck.
Yeah, me too. Because every time I make a big purchase, I immediately have regret, like a buyer's remorse, like immediately. And then I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then and then you go through this like excitement, and then it goes into, well, this is part of my life now. And now I'm like, well, I don't even know. You know, it kind of.
I think we may need to speed up a little bit because Blue, you got to go in a bit, don't you?
I do. I gotta head out because I actually have to get up early in the morning. And go visit my
But yeah,
brother.
that's pretty much it. I haven't really watched anything too much, but mostly just playing stuff.
That's good.
I mean, I didn't mention Destiny. I won't mention Destiny the game, but I will mention that like the last couple of weeks playing Destiny has all been with Cam. That's been a good time. So
Yeah, it's and just like I am with the Division, like playing with people is so much better.
Oh yeah.
and for a Pacific
Yeah.
person, he still goes to bed early because around like 2 or so, it's like it's my bedtime. And I'm like, what time is it? It's like it's like 10. But he's like, I'm falling asleep here. But
Hey man, I feel it, man. When I'm working, I'm up
He
at
got
5 o'clock.
he got a couple youngins, and his kids are young.
yeah,
Like Whew. That takes a lot of you.
Yeah, you ain't got no time for you. Not at that age.
Yep. All right, so you sure you're good? You ain't got nothing else you want to talk about?
No, I mean, work's okay. You know, I'm just getting tired of people and their weirdness.
My work's pretty much the same. I'm bored most of the time. That's why I'm watching all of these shows and stuff at work.
Wish I could do that, man. Nah, your boy stay busy, and I'm actually it kicks up next week. You know, when I go back, I actually have something coming in on Tuesday that's probably going to keep me.
The day that my Steam Deck came, I got free Chick-fil-A at work.
Word.
That was a good day.
The Lord's chicken.
The only thing they didn't have, they had waffle potato chips, not waffle fries, but I got spicy chicken sandwich with Polynesian, and they just had some waffle fries.
Motherfucking Polynesian. That Nesian though. That Nesian, like the Nesian's so good, I will not even put Nesian on inferior chicken. Like if
they put wet naps in the box because they know that the Nesian is sticky, you know, and it goes everywhere.
Though, yeah, I got some extra Polynesian at home, right? Because you know you go there, you have a little bit left, you bring it home. Mm-hmm. If I make like some nuggets or something at home, I won't even use that Nesian, bro. I'm not using no Nesian on no inferior chicken. That's the Lord's chicken. That's the Lord's Polynesian. We are not about to do this. What we are not gonna do. What we are not gonna do is put the Polynesian on inferior chicken.
That's funny, man. That's funny. Hey, I'll say this, man. I'll say this and we can go. Popeye's chicken sandwich, actually legit.
I love Popeyes in general, but
actually legit, man. Popeye's chicken sandwich is pretty good.
I think my problem was I don't like mayo or whatever that sauce is, so I got mine plain, and it was just like, okay, there isn't much special about this because I didn't get the sauce.
So you can get yours plain. I recommend getting the spicy because it really ain't that hot, and then get your sauce of whatever sauce you prefer. Me, actually, on my chicken sandwiches, since I was working at McDonald's, I used to put honey mustard on it, or you can put barbecue on it. Either way.
It's not like I'm against ranch, but I don't. It's not like my go-to, right? On dipping. I mean, I'll put ranch on a salad, but like but their blackened ranch is something different.
Oh, okay.
But it's
I saw
good.
That.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you what the Joan is over there. That sweet heat.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah,
that sweet heat though. Yeah, it's real thin, so it runs a lot. It runs. So like, be careful because it may run out the back and be all over your shirt or some shit.
Right.
But that sweet heat though, man, listen. And I don't even like hot stuff. It got a little bit of spice to it. It's not really like hot.
Right,
but
not kicking.
That sweet heat is the truth. But
so
all right, I think
you'd probably like some natural hot or something like that. You know.
And so, all right. So I think we got it. Blue has to go, and we've been talking for over 2 hours. So thank y'all again for. I know that it's been a little bit of weight on the episode, and we appreciate y'all checking us out. Whether you check us out on your podcast feed, whether you check us out on the YouTube channel, Geeks Gone Right Universe, or however you get us, we appreciate you. So thank you. We'll be back in a couple weeks for more hotness.
For sure.
With more sweet heat, dog.
A little bit more sweet heat. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Peace out to the Warriors.
Peace out to the Warriors, y'all.
Later.
All right.